Pi Network mainnet KYC deadline extended to February 28th. Welcome to Tech and Trek. Today we dive into the latest Pi Network mainnet update. Big news for pioneers. The KYC deadline has been extended to February 28th, giving more users a chance to complete verification and migrate their Pi. What does this mean for the future of Pi Network? Let's break it down. Join me as I race against the clock to complete my Pi Network KYC before the new deadline of February 28th. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing for the latest updates on the Pi Network. Today, I'm super excited to share some fantastic news with you all. The Pi Network team has just announced that they're extending the KYC deadline to February 28th. This is a huge relief for many of us who were struggling to complete the process before the original deadline. I know I'm not alone in feeling a sense of excitement and anticipation. This extension gives us a bit more breathing room to get everything in order, and trust me, we're going to dive into all the details in just a moment. But before we do, I want to take a quick moment to acknowledge the Pi Network team for listening to our concerns and pushing back the deadline. It really shows they care about their community. So, what does this mean for us? Well, essentially we've got a bit more time to get our KYC done, which is fantastic news. Whether you're new to the Pi Network or an old-timer like me, this is a welcome development. Let's take a deep breath, relax, and get ready to tackle the rest of this video. I'm sure many of you are thinking, okay, what's the big deal about KYC anyway? Well, we'll get to that in just a bit. But for now, let's just say that this extension is a huge win for all of us. You know, when the initial KYC deadline was announced, I know a lot of users were stressed out. Many were concerned that they wouldn't be able to complete the process in time, while others were worried about the technical aspects of it all. I mean, let's face it, KYC can be a bit daunting, especially if you're not tech-savvy. I've seen so many comments and messages from users who were panicking because they couldn't get their KYC done on time. Some were worried about their Pi being frozen or lost, while others were frustrated with the whole verification process, and I totally get it. It's natural to feel overwhelmed when you're dealing with new technology and processes. Of course, the Pi Network team did provide some guidance and resources to help us navigate the KYC process. But for many, it still felt like a major hurdle to overcome. So, when the news of the extension dropped, I know a lot of users felt a huge sense of relief. One of the main concerns was that the initial deadline was just too short. Many users felt they didn't have enough time to gather all the necessary documents, let alone figure out the technical side of things. And yes, it was a bit of a scramble, but now, with the new deadline, we've got some breathing room. Another major concern was the technical aspect of KYC. I mean, let's be honest, it can be a bit complex, especially for those who aren't familiar with cryptocurrency or blockchain technology. But the Pi Network team has been working hard to simplify the process and provide more resources for us. Of course, there were also concerns about the verification process itself. Some users were worried that their documents wouldn't be accepted, or that the whole process would take too long. And yes, these are valid concerns, but the Pi Network team has been working tirelessly to streamline the process and make it more user-friendly. So, what is KYC, and why is it so important for the Pi Network? Well, KYC stands for Know Your Customer, and it's a standard process used in the financial industry to verify users' identities. In the context of the Pi Network, KYC is crucial because it helps prevent fraud and ensures that users are who they claim to be. When you complete your KYC, you're basically proving that you're a real person with a legitimate identity. This helps the Pi Network maintain a level of security and trust within the community. And let's be honest, it's essential for building a robust and reliable blockchain network. The Pi Network is built on the idea of transparency and accountability, and KYC is a key part of that. By verifying our identities, we're helping to create a more secure and trustworthy environment for everyone. So what does this extension mean for us? Well, essentially it gives us more time to get our KYC done and dusted, and that's a huge relief for many of us. Whether you're new to the Pi Network or an old-timer like me, this extra time is a welcome development. With this extension, we've got a bit more breathing room to get everything in order. And trust me, it's worth taking the time to get it right. I mean, think about it. The Pi Network is all about building a community-driven economy, and KYC is a key part of that. So, what are you waiting for? Take this opportunity to get your KYC done and dusted. The Pi Network team has given us a second chance, and we should make the most of it. In this video, we've covered some exciting news. The extension of the KYC deadline to February 28th. We've discussed some of the initial concerns and challenges users faced with the original deadline, and we've explored what KYC is, why it's important for the Pi network, and how this extension affects us. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you, what do you plan to do with this extra time? Are you going to get your KYC done as soon as possible, or are you going to take your time? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more Pi network updates and tutorials. That's the latest on the Pi network mainnet update. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on crypto, tech, and exploration. Let us know in the comments. Are you ready for Pi's mainnet transition? See you in the next one. Would you like me to tweak anything? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.